This is Sophie Heller, and this is an ACT English verbs question. And we see here in our question that we have this nature, and then we have requires, or require rather. So we have a subject here and a verb. So with a verbs question, we want to make sure that we're preserving subject-verb agreement. So we want the subject and the verb to agree in number, in tense, and to just make sense in the sentence as a whole. So since our first choice is this no change, let's look at the sentence and see if it already makes sense, and then we can go through our answer choices. So it tells us, while we might conclude that research of a complex nature, so a complex nature, require such traits, and then it goes on. So while this might sound correct at first, this nature, this is singular, and this require, this verb is plural. So you could have nature requires with that S on the end. Let me just flesh that out. But you can't say nature require. That's not going to make sense. That's going to violate subject-verb agreement. So that's no good. Let's look at 2. So 2 changes this nature to natures. So it's plural, and then require is plural. So this would seem to make sense if we have a plural and a plural. But let's remember that over here we have this a. So this is going to be important because you can't say a complex natures. A is it's an article for singular nouns. So even though that this natures require makes sense on its own, it won't work because of this a here. So choice 2 is going to be wrong. Choice 3 is different because it tells us was required. So that takes require, this present tense verb, and makes it past. But it's really strange that it's making it past because this whole passage continues in the present tense. So while we might conclude, so this is present, we might conclude that research require. So it would be strange to say we might conclude that research required, since we're talking about research in the present day. This isn't a historical essay. So you always want to, in a verbs question, you want to avoid these sudden change, like here, these sudden changes in verb tense, because it doesn't make sense in the meaning of the sentence and it's just awkward. So let's get rid of that. Choice number 4 is perfect because it has nature, so this is singular, and this is a singular verb, requires. So nature requires subject-verb agreement, so this is perfect.